Hello world, it's Zilla. It's Mr. Bring You the Scripture so you can see the bigger picture. Alright, we're going to jump back into the Gospel of John, chapter 9, start at the top. A man born blind receives sight. Now as Jesus passed by, he saw a man who was blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the works of God should be revealed in him. Let's read what the Bible ties to what we just read. Whose fault is it? Jesus encountered this man who was born blind, and his disciples asked him whose sin had caused the blindness. Jesus responded, Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the works of God should be revealed in him. God at times allows us to experience difficulty, hardship, and suffering in order that he might accomplish his works in our lives. The Apostle Paul spoke of his sufferings and said, I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. Romans 8, verse 18. I must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. The night is coming, no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. When he had said these things, he spat on the ground, made clay with saliva, and he anointed the eyes of the blind man with clay. And he said to him, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam, which is translated sent. So he went and washed and came back seeing. Therefore, the neighbors and those who previously had seen that he was blind said, Is this not who sat and begged? Some said, This is he. Others said, He is like him. He said, I am he. Therefore they said to him, How were your eyes opened? And he answered and said, A man called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes and said to me, Go to the pool of Siloam and wash. So I went and washed, and I received sight. Then they said to him, Where is he? He said, I do not know. Let's read what the Bible ties to what we just read. Breaking the rules. The Jewish leaders had developed a complicated interpretation of the Old Testament law that was ridiculous. If you had nails in your sandals, you couldn't wear them on the Sabbath. It would be considered carrying a burden because of the weight of the nails. Of course, they created loopholes as well. Today, some Orthodox Jews will go shopping on the Sabbath day, but they think if they pay with a credit card that they aren't violating the Sabbath law to not do business, since they will pay for it later. The elevators stop at every floor in Israel on the Sabbath, so they don't have to push the buttons. Here, on this occasion, Jesus intentionally violated the Sabbath regulations in at least two ways. He healed the blind man, which the Jewish leaders deemed improper on the Sabbath, and he spat and made clay to do it. And they taught that making clay was a violation of the Sabbath laws. He went out of his way to break their rules to show that he was above their human rules. He was the one who had given the law. He was the Lord of the Sabbath. Love